Anyway, let's take a look at this Maximilian video and see what he's saying about Tokon. Like I said before, the Tokon changes that we already saw from the trailer that dropped, as well as all the tweets that they've been making, look very promising. I'm very excited. I cannot wait to get my hands on this game again. And that is easily the game I'm most excited about this year. So, talk to me, Max. Talk to me. Also, do Max got the hardest intro on YouTube? Yay or nay?
Should I be excited for Tokon? Because I'm really excited. That's a great question. What a great question, because I'm here with 3+ hours of gameplay impressions of what is the new version of Tokon, where the game has gone through a substantial amount of change.
I'm excited. I'm excited just to hear him talk about the new build that he played. Like,
yeah, I think I've been hopeful that Tokon was going to be a game that I would enjoy in the past, and unfortunately,
yeah, him and Afro. I forgot about my dog Afro new intro. Afro do got a banger at them, probably top 2. You got to be top 2.
Change with training mode and things like that, but just for me personally, I was like, okay, well, this just might not be a thing for me, dude. And it's fine. It's fine. I'm gonna hope that eventually maybe we get characters and things like that that'll do it for me. You know, that was where I was at. There wasn't a lot for me to attach myself to from a gameplay perspective. It didn't play like other fighting games. It was very weird. Flash forward to this week. We got to play what is effectively the Korea.
Yeah, I see, Ram.
That was at Arc World Tour. They put the game into my hands, and I've been pretty critical of it. They did not have to invite me over to check this out. So, does it make a substantial jump from the previous game? Is it?
By the way, just want to acknowledge that you have games like Street Fighter and Tekken 8 where the player base is very unhappy and, you know, not getting what they want from the devs, and it feels like there's a lack of communication and just like a disconnect there. And then you have ArcSys, which, don't get me wrong, Guilty Gear players have been through their fair share of BS, you know what I'm saying? But then you have the promising looking 2.0 patch for Strive and the removal of a mechanic that nobody like, which, by the way, I do want to just take note real quick and mention, because I've seen this come up a lot. I do think it is worth acknowledging that Guilty Gear is removing Wild Assault, right? Wild Assault is a mechanic that was introduced in Strive after Strive's release, okay? So it's worth noting, keep that in mind. And a lot of players have not been fans of it, but it's been around for a couple of years now, I want to say, right? And it took them a while to remove it. Now they are actually going back and just straight up removing that mechanic. How the game shapes up with the full scope of what 2.0 has to offer has yet to be seen, although it does look promising. But I've seen a lot of praise for them removing that mechanic, because obviously with all the controversy of Tekken 8 and right now with Season 3, people are like, oh, well, if Strive can do it, why can't Bandai Namco and Tekken Project Team do it, right? Key difference here is that unlike with Tekken 8 and with Heat, and so that includes Heat Burst, Heat Smash, Heat Dash, Guilty Gear Strive was not designed and built with Wild Assault in mind from the beginning and like built around that mechanic specifically. That was not a key and core component of the gameplay and the system and the philosophy, right? So like, I'm not trying to like, you know, stand up for Bandai Namco and Tekken too much, because like, y'all know how I feel about that shit right now. But I do think it is worth acknowledging that that is a difference. And even then, it also took them a couple of years to like remove that mechanic. It's not like they introduced it and then a few months later they're like, okay, we hear you, this shit sucks, so we're taking it out. It took them a little while to do that. And I think it's also easier because it's like, it's something that they introduce post release as opposed to the game being designed around that. That being said, I do think that they could still stand to tweak Heat Dash, Heat Burst, Heat Smash, Heat in general, like could use a lot of refinement in Tekken 8. Don't get me wrong, I'm with y'all on that. I just want to point that out because I've just seen a lot of conversation about that. And that's just one where I'm kind of like Giannis GIF, where I'm just like, I mean, like, yeah, like I feel you, but you know what I mean?
A more interactive game? Is it a thing that really highlights some of the moments? A lot of stuff that we're seeing that they're talking about sounds really good, bro. But when you play the game, that's everything. Does it translate to actual gameplay? Is any of the stuff that was wide concerns from across the board?
Same thing with Drive and Street Fighter 6. But even with Street Fighter 6, like I feel like the Drive system is kind of like better designed than the Heat system.
Hell yeah, brother.
I like that. But I'm also just way more experienced with Tekken than Street Fighter, so.
Like, straight up, dude. I found myself playing characters that I had played before and just being like, I just don't like the way the character plays. But in this new game, way better. Like some characters really surprising me where it's like, I played a lot of Wolverine. Did I enjoy Wolverine as much as the other two new characters that were added to the game, which was Magic and as well as Danger? No, I actually enjoyed Magic more. Right? Believe it or not, like Magic might be one of my favorite characters that they've added to this game from a gameplay perspective. She's ridiculously fun, dude, and Wolverine's also mad fun. So I want to get into the nitty-gritty of it. I did not play a lot of Danger, admittedly. Penny was not in this build of the game. It was the one that was playable at, you know, at Arc World Tour. It feels like if you want this to be a team game, it really can be. A lot of the beats and elements were there before. It's just that they weren't working in a way that made you feel like you're incentivized to do this stuff.
Yeah, the common criticism that a lot of us had, myself included, was it feels like a 1v1 game with 3 assists compared to it being a 4v4 tag game.
But I was trying to figure out why Gray Health is recovering the way it was. And it's definitely different. It's very different. It seems like damage is also higher, weirdly enough. Combos are much longer. Damage almost feels like it's much higher. But there's recoverable health now, so the teeter-totter effect of how matches can go can be a lot different. So why does the game feel different, right? Why does the game feel a lot different than it did before?
Why am I so hyped?
The biggest one is that you don't have a shotgun pointed at you at any given time. And that shotgun was in the form of a whiffing auto combo. And the auto combos are there. In fact, some of them got better in some ways when they land. If you have like all the resources in this build, at least, granted, most of the stuff I'm talking about can change. If you mash light auto combo, it automatically goes into your big team assemble super. I think that's fair, dude. How auto combos are actually utilized and implemented is significantly
it's like a medium auto combo from Dragon Ball.
They just do way less damage. The next biggest change of the game, you just get to call your assists anywhere, because the neutral assist,
thank God, by the way.
But forward does shooter, down does anti-air, back does unique. So at this point, you just get to call any of your assists on block or hit at any time. When you jumped in the previous version of the game, every character would come out and do a generic shooter assist. They were okay, but it felt extremely limited because you would have to jump, and then on your jump, a character would follow the character up here. And then
Magic does look pretty cool.
Projectile, it just didn't feel good. So now in neutral, you can jump around and just call any of your assists, bro.
I don't know. Like, she's not like a character that's like on my target list. So
the game's gotten more casual.
I don't know. Hold on. I'm looking at the gameplay. I'm kind of like rethink because
like back.
It's got a DualSense Edge.
Right. Now, if you have access to your
kind
whole
of fire,
and you just want to bring
shout
out
outs.
every single one of those bitches,
Mine's
you want
black,
to
though.
jump and bring out every single one of those bitches, you just press this button 3 times over. They all come out. Like immediately, as fast as you press them.
Yeah, I've been saying that like I don't have a character that really stands out for me that like I really want to play yet. And I've been kind of waiting for the reveal of one. I'm like, ooh, that's the one. But maybe with some new gameplay.
This was a 5-button fighting game before, chat. Like at its core, you could play.
Oh, Wolverine looking kind of. Wait a minute.
Light, medium, heavy, unique, and it was assemble. That is not how the game is played anymore. The game is a 6-button fighting game now, no matter what. Tag has completely shifted by default to this button. If you want to tag to a character, it's only this button. And it means that like there's clear and concise moments when I get to tag to this guy. It shows up on screen that you get a good chunk of time for you to do it. There's a lot of like 2x KO tag stuff.
God as my witness, I'm just gonna bond.
Also, if you're landing these random stray hits all the time with like some goofball character's unique assist or some goofball character's anti-air, dude, you have to find a way to get up there. The game's neutral has air dashing.
Storm looking kind of, you know what I'm saying? I played Storm mainly throughout my time with the beta, but
it plays out a lot like Dragon Ball FighterZ neutral without super dash. Or
see, you can't just say that because then you gonna get me. Don't get me started. Because like I've said this before. Some people call me crazy. Some people agree. Obviously, this isn't the case anymore, right? But like playing neutral in DBFZ, at least for those first few years, was so much more fun than any other fighting game I've ever played. So like, you know what I mean? Like you can't just say that. You gonna get me gassed up.
Without shotgun whiffing auto combos, and it felt great. It felt like a
the thing is though, the thing that made me feel that way about DBFZ and why this game will never be 1-to-1. Let's not say never, but like why I know it won't be 1-to-1 at least at the start is that the movement in this game is different. It's not as fast. Air dashes aren't as low to the ground. You know what I mean? The movement is just different in this game. It's not as snappy. It's not as quick. It's not as, you know what I'm saying? And for me, that was a big reason why playing neutral in that game felt so good, because movement in Dragon Ball feels better than honestly any other game I've ever played. For me personally. So
it felt like a traditional fighting game where you have to go do these things and elevate and find the situation and the
not that the movement is bad in this game by any means, but it's not, you know what I mean?
There's a completely new assist in the game as well. When you do a regular jump, you call your grounded assists. But as soon as you make a double jump or you go to super jump height, the assists change. They then go from being grounded assists to being air to ground assists. So like Wolverine, for example, has a dive kick, but it's a dive punch and it dives forward and it allows you to get a character from like above the screen all the way down to the screen. If you land a combo, what happens? What do you guys think would happen if you get somebody up in an air combo and you're in double jump height and you call the assist? Generic lariat assist. You don't get the ground to air assist. It's very weird. When you're up there and you're like, oh, I want to bring them down with my assist, you can't. Because you're in super jump or double jump height, the only assists you're able to do are your forward, down, and back, which are shooter, anti-air, and unique, or your neutral, which is the generic lariat. So it's kind of, that one felt like something's missing here. I think this assist is really cool, but it's very odd that you can only do it in double jump and super jump. In neutral, nowhere else. What else? Like, not everything's perfect. There so much has changed that some things are not like gelling with the new system completely. As an example, I found sometimes when I was jumping around and doing things, I jumped over a dude, I called a projectile assist, I've crossed up now, causing a sandwich, and I'm like, go tag into whoever the fuck that is, right? It wouldn't let me. And I'm like, what's going on here? When you hold the direction and call the tag, for some reason... Hold
on. Mix?
And I'm like, what's going on here? When you hold the direction and...
Was that like a delayed air dash overhead?
Right? It wouldn't let me. And I'm like, what's going on here? When you hold the direction and call the tag, for some reason, it wouldn't tag. And I was like, this is either protecting against some really goofy situation, but I genuinely didn't like that because it felt like my button stopped working. It's like tag, and you're holding down back and pressing tag, and nothing's happening. So for some reason, when you dedicated to a button, like a direction, you just don't get to tag at all, which felt weird. I don't even know if that's intentional. I don't think we should be able to tag on block, bro. But if we are jumping around and pressing forward or back and we want to tag to another character, we should be able to do that. The other thing to mention, which is what I think...
So it's just a little bit, it's not like playing freestyle in 2XKO where you can get freaky with it. And this one, it's a bit more limiting, it seems. Which I guess is them just trying to make it like not too insane for like the casual player to deal with.
Worked on a bit is this stylish combo gauge. And there's no visual feedback in the game currently for how their stylish combo game operates. But the idea is if you do more unique and cool combos, that the game will reward you with effectively stylish combos that will do more damage. I feel like if I do or see people come up with really cool...
Danger got the rich white woman normal. Hold on.
Damage.
Danger got the rich white girl normal.
Damage. I feel like if I do or see people come up with really cool and unique combos that utilize the full breadth of the team or anything like that, there should be a reward for that. There should be a reward for that. They said it's still being worked on, but that was, as from the developer's perspective of them being there, like that's the intention of it. I guess I can talk about Wolverine, and he's great. He's great. Fundamentally different than Marvel versus Capcom Wolverine. He's pretty much a Rekka character with a buff. And when he gets the buff, he gets access to like new moves. His air dash is quite good too. He has a high priority.
I like the sound of that so far. Cause see, my concern was that his movement just wasn't going to be what I wanted it to be, because they kind of described him as like a tanky character, and like some of his animations look a little slow. So I was like, well, maybe he's going to be like slower, like he's going to have multi-hitting normals, and it's going to like kind of somewhat make it feel like he's faster than he is when he's attacking. But if he's not clunky and he's actually out here schmoovin', that could be the one for me. That could be the one, because so far out of every character in the game, he's probably the one I am the most interested in. but I'm just not like sold on him yet.
Projectile, because it's so slow, he crushes a lot of other projectiles in the game, which is neat. That's very fun. Feels good, man. It just feels like a good alternative.
It does look sick, I ain't gonna lie.
The star of the show is Magic. She's not particularly fast, but she has really good.
Well, you know, there goes any chance of me playing her, because that was my concern. Is I don't like being slow. I can't stand being slow in fighting games. So it's like if the character is slow, you're almost never ever gonna see me play them, bro.
Normals, like super.
Don't like
normals.
slow. I don't like clunky.
Because of super good normals,
She doesn't really look that slow though.
Specials. She has this great down button move where she stabs the ground and like a pillar of fire comes up. I'm like, whoa, this is neat. Really cool conversions and shit. Like she's got the wild shit that like Captain America and Iron Man have, where out of Dragon Punch she can do a bunch of crazy shit. It's like, whoa. I was having the AI do some nutty things to me, and then a dev showed up and did even crazier things, and it was like, whoa. She's got some really
And you're kind of
cool
getting
stuff.
freaky with it.
And
Hold
her
on.
unique ability,
I actually didn't get a chance to play
making
Ghost Rider or
portals,
Spider-Man. I don't think
and
I
she
got
can
into the second
travel
beta.
through those portals by holding down the unique. And that shit is tricky as hell. I still did not fully comprehend why it was working the way it was. I will literally shoot a projectile in a portal and it will pop up behind the opponent and shoot them in the back. And it's like, what the shit is going on? That on top of assists? This chick's gonna be crazy. She just has like Soul Bad Guy install, dude. It works almost the same. And I think she got a different cash out super, just like Soul Bad Guy does. He doesn't have this in Guilty Gear Strive, I realize. In the old Guilty Gears. In Guilty Gear Xrd, she's like the same thing, and it lasts a good amount of time, and it makes all of her specials nuts. It makes everything she does like really friggin' crazy. It was very fun, and I thought that the more I played Magic, the more I was.
That shit had hella startup though. Okay, but the super is so cold. That's sick.
I think you'll need to adjust your settings.
Gee.
You
Hey.
can't call that danger.
Hey.
You guys want impressions of Danger? She's
Hey
super
man,
weird.
say man, why is she looking at us like
There's
that?
no way within a small period of time. We need days. So she's not like a pick up and play. I'm going to be good with this character. No, not at all. She's easily the weirdest character of everybody in the game. From a perspective of like
Diaphone gonna be all over that.
It's very easy to change gameplay things. It's hard to change like art or add like voices or add modes, like that kind of. That's tough. Like those will take a significant amount of time that needed to be prepared for ahead of time. But it comes to like switching around how goofy gameplay things work, dude. I've been told by devs like if this shit is going to change, now is the time, because the game's not out yet. The game isn't a thing. Like the game is not dedicated to being a thing yet. It can change. And the gameplay stuff, like we're not adding moves to characters. I'm just going to straight up tell you, chat, like tagging got so much better because the ability just for you to run towards the opponent and jump over them, call an assist. As you jump over them,
The fact that you couldn't do that before, I'm like, yo, this shit actually don't feel like a tag game at all.
the assist is on the other side, and you land and do like a cross up or something like that, sandwiching the opponent and leading to like a weird mix-up situation is available everywhere now. It's just everywhere. You don't have to do a weird gimmick lariat setup or anything. It doesn't cost anything. It's available at all times. So it feels great. It feels like we're just playing the game the way it always should be, you know? How are the wall breaks now? They take up less time. That's what's the most important. But I did
That was the
find
big complaint that I
myself
had, where I
was
feel like the wall breaks were kind of
unfamiliar
intrusive
with
to the
what was going wall
gameplay.
break on some new characters. They were
It just
happening a
broke up the
lot
momentum of the
still,
match too often.
and I was not like wanting that to happen. I was like, oh crap, that's right, this wall breaks. Ah crap, that wall breaks. But now that you know
The thing is, the stage transition shit is cool in theory, and I guess it even makes sense in a game like this, but honestly, I probably would prefer the game without it. And like, I get it, because they tie it in with like the way the game works with, you know, you unlock more of your assists through the wall breaks and shit like that. But like, honestly, I probably prefer it without it.
specifically wall breaks and what doesn't, it's certainly better, and it takes up less time as well. Oh yeah, and the active tagging is just faster, like straight up. The act of like tagging into the next character is just faster. The team super does
Yeah,
like
they confirmed that already.
45%. Even if you do it at the end of a combo, it was still doing a ton. I still think some things are kind of missing. The gray health now exists. The game added gray health, but it's not really utilized in a way that is like the best. Like you can't really manipulate it. I think Wolverine's the only one that could manipulate it because
yeah. So my question is then is like, is gray health, you know, how do they handle it? Because I feel like in Tekken 8, it could still use some adjustment. And my thing as well with like a lot of modern games is that when it comes to recoverable health, it's too much, seems to be the trend. Like, I don't know if you guys remember, but in DBFZ, you used to have so much recoverable life. In Tekken 8, I feel like they have a bit of a chip damage issue and gray life issue as well. And like that has been reduced. And even now, I still feel like it could be reduced even more. And I wonder if this game will suffer from that same issue, if it's going to be good out the gate, and how they handle in terms of like, do only certain moves do chip damage, or do all moves do chip damage? How much gray life do you get whenever you're getting hit by certain pokes or combos or strings or supers? Do all characters have a way to remove gray life? Sounds like he's saying that they don't. Do only certain characters do it? Is there certain moves? Because like in Tekken 8, it's like the only ways. So like pokes don't do gray life, but combos do gray life. And certain characters like Nina have ways where, or Lydia can like delete all your gray life with certain moves that they have. And Rage Arts also delete gray life, and you recover that gray life by landing heat engagers and also hitting your opponent, whether they block it or get hit. Like you recover gray life by attacking back. And so I'm curious to see how this game handles it.
Natural regen. I think there's room to grow there. Is all I'm going to say. I think there is an opportunity. I still think that the act of getting a full team assembled.
Okay, so actually now that I'm looking out for that specifically, we take a look back. You see these projectiles are doing chip damage, right? But then as Danger starts doing her block string, Magic is not taking chip damage. So it looks like specials. It looks like specials and projectiles will do chip damage, but regular like strings or normals won't.
Than it was before.
She gets hit, Magic recovers a little bit.
It doesn't really feel like the game.
So, okay, so now I want to see, does the gray life recover on its own over time, or
team assembled? While it is a lot better than it was before, it doesn't really feel like the game is like completely.
It's hard to say. It low-key looks like she might have recovered it just from like naturally being there.
No, you just get access to do like some more combos and you get more health, you know? But does it really feel like the team is assembled, bitches, let's go? Dude, you can't even do that super. Like, if you're doing well, you actually cannot do that super until you're in the last round and you're losing. Instead of like a cool,
damn, that shit pretty.
We teamed up and we get to do this, it's more of a comeback mechanic, right? Because by the time you're in the final 2 rounds,
one thing I've noticed and I low-key like, there's no spark / X-Factor. Yeah, I didn't even think about that. No comeback mechanic? In terms of like, you know, like no dedicated activate this mode, get super powered up, get access to extra bullshit. I never even realized that or thought about it, but yeah, I guess you get that super, but like there's no X factor, there's no sparking. Wow, I'm actually kind of surprised.
Because by the time you're in the
I feel like that's so commonplace these days. And don't get me wrong, I ain't mad at it. I'm just kind of surprised that it doesn't exist.
No. Unfortunately, no. It was the same. Like you really had to be specific on your Dragon Punch input in order for it to give you what you want. This turned from a game that like I really wanted to like, and I kind of just fully accepted that maybe this game isn't for me. And I'll hope that maybe that eventually happens that way, but it felt like the Mortal Kombat 11 of like team-based fighting games, man. Where it's like this, people are really gonna like this. I think some people really are gonna like this, but unfortunately, it just doesn't hit any notes for me. Outside of having great visuals, cool music, and like wonderful characters. It's like, yeah, I came to that acceptance, dude. I went from that to I actively want to play more. I left.
I need to play it, man. I need to play the new build, bro.
And thinking of like, bro, what if this character's added? What are they gonna play like? Who's that gonna work with? Oh my god, like, it was so much better. I think things are still gonna change. I don't think this is the finality of it.
Also, I don't know if you mentioned it or not, but I wonder, and you probably can't, but I wonder if you can die to chip in this game. I feel like most games don't allow that to happen these days, but I wonder if like, you probably can't die to chip damage from a special, but I wonder if like a super or something can do it. Probably not. I'm just going to assume chip can't kill in this game, but
it needs to be ironed out, in my personal opinion. I don't think they're completely done with some gameplay tuning because some things were weird. And because all these characters had so many tools and abilities and now so much assisting and crazy shit, bro, I legit got like giggles when me and devs, or like me fighting Kenny, we would jump at each other and mash the assist button.
I don't hate chip kills, but I think not having them creates more room for really hype comebacks where it's like you can be at 1 HP and like getting hit by literally anything will kill you, but you won't be put in a situation where like you're just guaranteed to die. Because like, let's just say if I just catch you in neutral once and make you block something into a string, call assist, and then I just make you eat a super on block and use the die. Like, it was like, yeah, it's kind of just like GG's, you know what I mean? But I think not being able to die to chip makes it like, nah, you got to hit me. And if you don't hit me, I'm coming for that ass. So like,
and there is 8 characters on the
like
screen.
you know,
like
whichever route they want to go, I don't really mind too much.
They all run away. It made me like audibly laugh every single time it happened. I feel good. Chat, I have never been this excited talking about Tokon, bro.
Hey man, I'm the most excited I've been to play it. That's for damn sure. All right, now we've also got a video from the one and only Sajam. Let's go ahead and take a look at that one as well.
Hey, what's up everybody? So as you may know, I covered the Arc World Tour Finals very recently where there was a playable build of Marvel Tokon. I looked at a lot of the footage on the show floor and I didn't get to go because I was at home commentating Guilty Gear. Arc System Works hit me up and they're like, hey, I know you didn't get to come out here into Korea because you were covering the event for us. Would you like to come to the office? We have a build. So I got to play for a little bit of time.
Arxis, listen, whatever I gotta do, whatever it is I gotta do, I'll do it. What Peter said that one Family Guy episode, what you need me to do? Whack a guy, off a guy, whack off a guy? I'll do it.
I didn't have training mode. It was the exact same build that was over at the Arc World Tour Finals. All the gameplay is not mine. I could not record, so they sent me over some B-roll footage for you guys to take a look at. So this is all their stuff. You may know that when I played Marvel Tokon before, I thought the visual presentation of the game was amazing. I'm really excited for all the things about the game except the gameplay. And all of the system changes that they made are really nice. I am very impressed. Instead of before, like whenever you would call an assist when you're in a combo or you're making contact with your opponent on block, you would get a generic rush assist. They made it so that you can now, if you'd like, call your character's unique assist, which is really great. Call your unique assist, which is like multi-hitting web zip for Spider-Man, then air dash over and do mix-ups or do falling high-low, whatever. There was a lot of combo examples or things that I tried that was not possible before that you can do now, which is really fun. Another system change they made is that the tag is 10 frames faster, which is very noticeable when you're setting up mix-ups and doing stuff. It feels way better. The tag itself, you can see the tag when you're turning into a new character, so that part's not a mix-up. But let's say I like do a projectile, tag into Dr. Doom, Dr. Doom's dash goes through you, and suddenly I'm doing like left-right stuff. That is much better. Another thing is you can call assist in the air. I cannot tell you how much better this felt. I thought it would feel good. It felt better than that. Being able to call assist in the air felt amazing. I spent so much time just jumping with Wolverine and then calling an assist in the air and using that as my air approach.
Am I tripping or is he talking way faster than normal? Do I have this sped up? No, this is regular speed. I don't know if it's just because he's excited or if he was like in a rush when he made this, but I feel like he's talking way faster than he normally does.
Using my air.
Also, yeah, Danger having Eno dash is cool. I mean, I'm not an Eno player.
More vertical and so much more interesting than last time because
I think it's an interesting like mechanic.
I could tag more actively because of it because
makes
the
her
tag
unique
is faster as well and set things
at least amongst this cast.
So many more messed up, cool situations get to happen. The game reminds me a bit more of how active tag is in other games.
Shit, I'd be excited too. Hey, me too, man. Hey, me too.
Because they made it so that when you tag out characters, they don't retain overhead and low properties anymore, which is a good change. But I was worried that the mix-ups might be a little weak in the game. The faster tag really helps, I think, establish better mix-up options. I was playing the dev. He would like put the Doom shield out, sandwich me left, right, and then Iron Man flight twerk in the air with the shield out. And I was like, oh my God. I didn't realize that Iron Man DP is flight cancelable and he gets a full combo on hit and
what he just said? What he just said?
Right, and then Iron Man flight twerk in the air with the shield out, and I was like, oh my God. I didn't realize that Iron Man DP is flight cancelable and he gets a full combo on hit and it's invincible. And if it whiffs, he can fly cancel and fly away and start calling assists in the air now. Genuinely,
That sound really degenerate, but maybe it's not actually as degenerate as it sounds. But I don't know.
Surprise. I thought I would go in and be like, this is better, but the system changes, I think I underestimated how big they are. Let's talk about the characters. I will tell you up front, Danger seems like a character that takes a brain to operate. She has like multi-set projectiles that she can put on the screen. She kind of has like venom bounce and stuff where like you want to...
I'm telling you now, day one, if you have any interest in seeing danger gameplay or learning about this character, check out Diaphone and Leffen. I'm almost certain them niggas will be trying that character out.
Shoot them and then they bounce other things and like move around.
That just feels like a very them kind of character.
Diagonal down projectile to bounce to hit a ball set on the screen like Venom. Like it's basically like Venom with Summer Dash. I don't have the time in a test like this to explore that deep. So I messed with her a little bit and I was like, this is really cool. When I have training mode at some point, I'll try this. Let me try Magic and Wolverine. So let's start with Magic. She's a big mid-range sword character. She can set a portal above her, close, far, or above and far. And out of the portal, you can teleport behind them, in front of them, above them. You can also do your special moves through the portal. You can shoot a fireball through it. You can do your pillar, and the pillar can be close, medium, or far. And if it interacts with it, then it like shoots a new homing pillar on top of them, wherever they are on the screen. She can also just do like an attack through it, like a dive kick or like a swipe. This is what I would do. I would place portal, call my Wolverine, fireball assist, cross up teleport. Also, because of the way combos work with like the wall, if you slump someone, you have time to set up before they like tech, double slash, portal set, call your assist, which doesn't combo, but like it puts them in block stun. Teleport behind, above, whatever. Like you can do stuff like that. It's also very strong. She kind of gets shot a little bit in neutral by zoning, but she has a very
I wonder if you could do something like I'll just never know until I get my hands on the game. But let's say you're playing Magic, you set up portal, and I guess you have like a cross up portal, and you do something like you get like a left right or maybe even like a high low depending. So I'm thinking like you have them in the corner, right? Block string. Well, you set up your portal, block string, call assist, you teleport, and let's say you take the corner, and then you can get like high, low, like you just do jump, and you can just do like empty jump low, or high, or air dash back over them to get cross up, higher low as well. Cross up high, or cross up and then go low. I wonder if something like that's possible.
Great mid-range, really high.
Or if it's just like a left right, I don't know.
It looks scary to deal with on block as well because like she can set up a portal, she can teleport behind you. Like if you give her space, she seems really scary. Wolverine is the most feral little guy. It's what you expect. Fast, he has tons of armor on stuff. He is so hard to get off of. He was so fun. His air dash H is a double hitting air swipe move. And I was
maybe Wolverine is going to be for me, chat. I don't know. Him and Max are both saying things I like.
And he can do like a finisher, and that gives him Berserker Rage. He goes like, and it enhances that move if you do it again. And also, the game has like Gray Life now. That was there before, but not really as impactful. And
the other thing as well is that like, I said it half jokingly but half serious, but like I want one of the homies in squad to like actually stick with this game at least for a little bit, right? And one of the candidates for that would be Omega. And like if I'm learning Wolverine and I can teach him all the really cool and dope Wolverine shit, maybe that'll get him to keep playing the game and stick with it because he loves Wolverine. So it's like, hey man, like if I get you out of me.
So like you can go on Berserker now. That was there before, but not really as impactful. And he recovers more Gray Life because he's Wolverine. So like you can go on Berserker Rage and then get like tons of Gray Life back and you like heal. He's just a rush down fast and mix up guy. Really hard to deal with, really quick. If you just dash light, he does like a little low kick. And like you could just like stick to someone. His Rekka forward and down are an overhead and low option. And you can call assist to combo off of it. If you're in...
Wait, he said that nigga Wolverine got 6'6"L"? Well, what game we playing?
Like tons of Gray Life back and you like heal. He's just a rush down fast and mix up guy. Really hard to deal with, really quick. If you just dash light, he does like a little low kick. And like you could just like stick to someone.
I'm sure it's not actually anything like
Grand
Blue 6'6"L", but just from having the inputs funny.
You can call assist to combo off of it. If you're in like Berserker Rage already, he can combo off them alone. Good luck getting this character away from you. He's a real dangerous little guy. Him having an air dash instead of a dive kick makes him so much scarier. I feel like if Marvel 3 Wolverine had an air dash, that guy would be 20x better. I'm not gonna lie to you. The other thing that I really liked was the mind games around how you spend resources now.
Don't get me started.
You could just like stick to someone. His Rekka forward and down are an overhead and low option. And you can call assist to combo off.
I think it did a flip.
His Rekka forward and down are an overhead and low option. And you can call assist to combo off of it. If you're in like Berserker Rage already, he can combo off them alone. Good luck getting this character away from you. He's a real dangerous little guy. Him having an air dash instead of a dive kick makes him so much scarier. I feel like if Marvel 3 Wolverine had an air dash, that guy would be 20x better.
Hey man, same man.
The other thing that I really liked was the mind games around how you spend resources now. I thought, okay,
hell yeah, Marta, I'm glad to hear that.
Because wall break gives you a hard knockdown and it gives you one of the assist pips. So I was like, you always want to do this. But what I realized is like, if I already have full resources, I can just super hard knockdown, keep you in the corner, use those pips to start mixing you up. There's more interesting decision making around how you would like to do these combos and use resources for your character. Do I have a character in that has like a move that auto breaks the wall because I might want to do that? Or do I have a character in who like spikes you and then I need to use resources to like keep the combo, or do I air super and stuff?
Oh, bro, nigga, that combo was lit.
How you would like to do these combos and use resources for your character. Do I have a character in that has like a move that auto breaks the wall because I might want to do that? Or do I have a character in who like spikes you and then I need to use resources to like keep the combo, or do I air super and stuff? So I would find myself finding a way to get a combo into Magic when I had the real wall that you like can't break, so that I could place a portal and do Oki. Versus like if Magic was on point, I would like spike into another character and then use the assist to do stuff. Or if I had a lot of resources, I would try to like tag in a Spider-Man and like do the loops from before, use all my assists, and then dump meter at the end with his combo routing. There's a lot more decision making, I think, about how your team functions, like who wants to spend meter and how. Like I need a character that has a super that lets me get Oki after. And do I have a character that has good mix-ups when I slump them on the wall and the wall doesn't break? And if so, how do I do that depending on my position on the screen and resources? So that already was a more interesting sort of conversation I found myself having in my brain about playing the game than what I was doing with the game before. Because you can call your assist at all times and you don't have to just do the tackle assist when you're in hit stun and block stun. I did this on accident the first time, and then I realized later, wait, I couldn't even do this before. I did a combo, I spiked them down, I called my down assist because I was trying to place a portal down. And I was like, wait a minute, can I do an air combo, place a portal in the air, call my down assist, which is like a DP assist that lifts them up, combo them off the portal in the air, and you can. And I was just,
that sounds sick.
It's like, dude, what are we doing here? It actually made me mad. I was mad playing this version of the game because I thought to myself, this game could have been like this before. The versions we played before,
better late than never, man. Better late than never.
Are really stifled a lot of those options. It was like when you're hitting people or on block, you don't get to do any fun, cool stuff. And like it really felt like the game was like pulled down to like a safe, approachable level where like they didn't want to hurt you and didn't want you to have too much fun. Now I'm like, dude, I can do all kinds of cool stuff and it feels so much more interesting. And now that the characters are starting to come in, you know, and we're seeing more and more of them, they have fun, like interesting kits. I think this game has a much higher potential to me than what I felt the gameplay was at before this build. And they were like, oh, it's too bad you didn't spend too much time with Danger. This character is really complicated and interesting and fun. And I was like, she seems like it. That's why I'm not playing it in like this short period of time I had access to. But yeah, I'm very excited. It was a much better impression than I had. The last like 3 times I played the game, I've been like, but what do you want me to do? Now I'm like, what can't I do? Now we're playing the game. This game to me was not real. Now,
man, a lot of high praise coming from Sajam and Max. They seem so much more excited about this game, and I'm glad because like they shared a lot of my concerns. They seem to have very similar feelings to what I did. So to hear them like now feel this way about the game has me ecstatic. Like I want to play so bad, man.
For sickos, I'm a fan. And when are they gonna let us all play the game? I'm trying to try this game in the wild, you know, amongst my peers. Like let me scrap with you all on the internet and see how this game feels. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this. Thanks to them for having me. Thanks you all for watching. Let me know what you guys think about how the game looks, feels, what characters you're interested in, all that kind of stuff. I'll catch you guys around.
Well, there you have it, man. I don't know if I'm throwing this on YouTube or not, but like you said, what y'all thinking? How y'all feeling? How's it looking to you? Like I said, I am the most excited I have been for this game. I can't wait. Oh, I just can't wait to be king. All right, so that's another recording. All right, at this point, I am very hungry. I have not had a proper meal at all today. The only thing I've eaten today was an Auntie Anne's pretzel that I got while I was out running some errands. And I meant to make food earlier after I got out of a meeting that I was in. And then like, I just didn't. Oh, so it was good, Fly. Hit a chat app and I'm looking for some potential testers. A chat app. Elaborate. Be missing the starts of these streams. Yeah, you about 2 hours late, Playboy. Docking your pay. Yeah, Max and Sajam are also 2 people whose opinion I trust a lot in the FGC. I think they tend to share a lot of similar opinions to myself, especially Sajam. I love Max as well, but he plays an even larger variety and is not as acutely in tune with specific games at times. And so which I mean is the same for myself to some degree. I don't say this as a negative thing or like as a knock on Max. It's just I think Sajam is just a little bit more. He's just like another level above. You know what I mean? Max, one of my favorite creators, though. Here's all the footage you want to watch while you eat. So we got almost 6 hours
Footage.
here. Oh no,
Big
this
shout
is
out to,
oh, okay. This is an hour and 45 into his stream. Oh, this is his stream VOD. I forgot he streams on YouTube now. He'd be multi-streaming. Okay, and then there's about 3 hours worth of footage in here, I guess, that he goes through and just plays. No, less than 3. How far ahead in the stream is this? Okay, no, it's way less. I don't know why I thought it was that much. Okay, it's about 30 to 40 minutes, something like that. Mukbang stream. I am very hungry. I should figure out something to eat. Might Loki start watching that Schwartz guy you put on stream. King Strats, he got a video right now about some new Papa John sandwiches. You know, let me throw that video up while I go figure out what I'm gonna eat.
I've known this was coming for a while, but I kept checking the app to see when it was.
This was
Papa
on
John's
my
dropped
page, my front
sandwiches.
page.
They have 3 sandwiches in total, so of course I got all 3,
BRB.
and I'm gonna try them out today and see what they're hitting on. Price-wise, just want to give you a quick rundown before we get into this. They are originally
Max is a Lars player. That's his only downfall.
promo that it's $7.99. But if you use the pop-up pairings, then it is $6.99. But you have to get at least 2. So I got 3. It came out to $21. I had to do multiplication in my head real quick, man. It's a long day, man. I'm tired. But there's 3 sandwiches in total. I'm going to try them out, man. Drop a thumbs up. You know, if anything's new, I try to get it out as quick as possible. So let's get into this video. Okay. Just a quick little ask for Papa John. You know, whoever's watching, I know Papa John ain't really a part of the vibe anymore. If you're going to make sandwiches, you got to cut these. Okay? It's a pretty decent sized sandwich, which is good. So here's what it looks like. There's no cut on it whatsoever. So eating in the car isn't great because I don't have a knife on me. But this is the chicken bacon ranch. Of course, these sandwiches are all toasted. You got grilled chicken, bacon, tomatoes, banana peppers. They have a new sauce called pizza ranch and then white American cheese on this. Also proud to say that they do still give you the pepperoncini in here, which is nice. This isn't half bad. I'm gonna be honest with you. The only other place that serves a sandwich right now is Domino's, and this one's better. You know the big reason why? The bread. This bread reminds me of Quiznos. Remember Quiznos? Some of y'all might still have one. They used to be a national chain until they fumbled.
All right, I'm back. I just threw one of those packs of fajita chicken in the microwave.
This reminds me of a toasted Quiznos sub, and I used to love this. They used to have a sandwich.
Damn, that bread looked good as hell.
Called the chicken carbonara sub. I used to get it all the time at Quiznos. If you switch that,
This is enough to make me
carbonara
Uber
sauce they have
Eats.
for their pizza ranch, which I'm sure this is obvious to a lot of people, but I'm still going to describe it. It literally tastes like Papa John's sauce if you mix it with ranch. That's all it is. There's bacon crumbles, diced tomatoes, and their chicken, the same stuff they put on their pizza, on here. What really makes this, more than anything, I have to say I'm pleasantly surprised. I like this better than their papadillas. And it's really because of this bread. Suggestion for anybody out there from Papa John's who may be watching this, you have build your own papadillas. Let people build their own sandwich. But as far as everything else goes, most people know what these
Damn, and all the excitement of Avatar and fucking Tokon. I forgot to pull up the Lakers game.
I know there's a lot of people that think or wonder about a sandwich being dry. Here's your interior. There is a lot of ranch on here and a lot of cheese. It's not dry at all. On a chain pizza scale, I would give this an
I don't
8.
got Shay winning MVP anymore. Who you got?
It's very solid. And I've gotten a couple of messages from people who work at Papa John's telling me this is going to come out. My first thought process was, why? I'm glad they did it. This is pretty damn good.
Mr. Wet Bananas just dropped 41 and 16 with 4 blocks. It's on the Bulls though. Like,
I ordered from there so much over.
don't get me wrong, that's great, but like that put him over the edge for MVP because he fucking dunked all over the Bulls.
I wish Papa John's used Coke products, but them and Pizza Hut use Pepsi. But I don't mind Pepsi, especially now.
Arc System Works single-handedly carrying fighting games right now.
Pepsi, Diet Pepsi, Pepsi mid for.
It depends on what you mean by them carrying. Like, are they just making the best games right now, or most of my chicken's done? BRB.
I don't mind that. I'm glad they're putting that out in more stores now. I don't want to go into too much detail, but this wasn't that long ago, so I think a lot of people might remember this. Pepsi used to have a drink called Pepsi Max, which they've now rebranded and changed. I used to like Pepsi Max. I used to rock a Pepsi Max, something serious. So that reminds me of that, and I'm okay with it. This is the Philly cheesesteak. They're calling these oven toasted sandwiches. It's a damn sandwich. Yes, it's toasted, but it's nice. This has a lot of onions. Seasoned chopped steak, roasted onions and peppers, pizza ranch again, and white American cheese. They're really trying to push that pizza ranch. I just dropped the onion in here. Man, I'm going to have to get it. Oh, well. All right, let's try it. Their chicken bacon ranch plays up better. I think their onions and peppers, not Papa John's specifically, they're almost like, if you're going to have a Philly cheesesteak, you can't have like damn near raw onions where they're like super crunchy. That's just not how Phillies work. You don't put food in onions and I know, but I do. I hate that laugh. I love y'all. Yeah, listen. I think Alfredo or something would have been better with this because it's not like remotely a Philly cheesesteak. Like, look at these onions, bro. That's just not what I want on a Philly cheesesteak. You get what I'm saying? I'm trying to give you the benefit of the doubt. I'd probably get this minus the onions. I don't like their onions on this. But it's the same type of sandwich. I think they should have used Alfredo. Even Alfredo dipping sauce or something like that would have helped because for whatever reason, their steak is dry. Big ass onions, bro.
I know y'all didn't hear that, but excuse me.
Get the chicken bacon.
Anyway, I forgot I'm out of tortillas, so instead of chicken wraps, I guess I'm just eating fajita chicken and rice in a
The
bowl,
bread's still good though, nice and toasted.
which is never a bad thing. But
And it seems like they put that.
damn, 3 times? What the fuck? Am I dying?
I'll still give it a respectable 5.
There's no way a
If you
4th
get
one is
those
coming.
onions, I think it'd be a lot better. And then finally, this is
Yo,
like,
someone call 911.
again, not a complaint, but more
What the fuck is going on?
constructive
Am I allergic to
criticism.
chicken? The fuck?
This is a steak
I'm
and
black.
mushroom toasted sandwich.
I'm gonna die.
It's almost the same as the last
My
one
fault.
I had.
Anyway.
You just put mushrooms instead of peppers, and they added a different
Thank you for the
sauce,
blessings.
which is cool. But I think 2 steaks is like, you have so many other toppings. Why make 2 steak sandwiches? If someone doesn't eat red meat or pork, they can't get any of these because they can't change any of it. You know what I mean? I just don't think it's, you should have 3 different varieties in my opinion. But this is the steak and mushroom oven toasted.
Shit look good as fuck.
This one
Yeah.
has a roasted garlic truffle.
Yes,
cheese,
it does.
Philly steak, mushrooms, and onions. I already know I'm not going to like the onions, but I want to try this garlic truffle sauce. I like the sauce, though.
Community sentiment as far as Arc System Works goes? Probably, yeah.
That sauce is nice. It's really good, actually.
You know, if when Tokon drops, it does bang, and if season 2.0 for Strive does hit the mark, yeah, you gotta put Arc System Works #1. I ain't gonna lie. And for me, they already are #1, despite how DBFZ ended up. Like, I always love Arc System games when they first drop. No BAP, like DBFZ, Guilty Gear Strive, fucking why am I drawing a huge blank right now? I feel another sneeze coming. That's why I can't think straight. But every Arc System work. Give it a second. It's not. It's not releasing itself. I'm mad. But yeah, every Arc System work game that I try, I always like it a lot when I try. Even like Persona Arena, yeah, DNF Duel. They all slap.
Really, really heavy garlic flavor. If you don't like the flavor of truffle, it's pretty present in here. But it goes well because you're dealing with mushrooms.
You're gonna start Strive
Mushrooms
2.0?
and truffle are very nice. And also
I think so.
similar. The mushroom is the truffle. I know. I'm just like, forget.
I think the next endeavor for me is 2XKO though. I'm really hoping the Sakali trailer tomorrow is fire, and that it gets me to play 2XKO.
If I took the onions off this, I would really love this. I like that sauce. Can you get these as a dippable sauce? Because they need to serve those. Like, dip the pizza in this. The possibilities are endless. You take the onions off this, this is my favorite sandwich. I would give it an 8.5. Everything else I've already talked about, and it's pretty similar. But if you don't like mushrooms, you can take the toppings off, but you can't switch them for anything. I don't know if maybe if you call, you can do that, but I use the apps. So that's my biggest gripe. But this one is pretty good. It reminds me of Quiznos, man. They got something with this. The biggest thing for me, price-wise, I think it's fair if it's on the Papa Pairings menu, which I can't see it not being because the Papadillas are, and this is very similar. As far as the execution of it,
Team
I think
Wakali.
it's pretty good.
She still looked dope to me.
Really bright HID headlights, like from like 2011. It's 2 in the afternoon right now, by the way. Almost went blind. I think the chicken bacon ranch is a pretty like regular combo. You could do. I just feel like there's more they could do with these sandwiches to switch up the variety. Customizing it would be great if you could just build your own, just like a papadilla. There's so many different types that they could build with this. I don't know why they wouldn't have something along the lines of like a pepperoni type of sandwich being a pizzeria. You're only doing steak on 2, and then you have chicken bacon ranch on the other. I really don't like the onions. I just don't think they play well with the Philly cheesesteak aspect they're trying to bring in. And that garlic truffle sauce would be really good. But if you're going to make sandwiches, you could still use all the toppings you have here. And that would be my biggest suggestion. Price-wise, I do think it's fair. And again, the biggest thing...
Yeah, the blood moon skin for Kali looks gas.
If they sold that bread at like a Subway or a place like that, I think it'd play up well because it reminds me of Quiznos. So really good. You have potential here. You've got something here, Dad. And yeah, I'm glad I tried these. I'm pleasantly surprised because I was just like, why the hell are you making sandwiches? With some tweaks, I think it could actually be, they could sell pretty well because I would get like, if they had like some sort of sandwich meal, you know, Pizza Hut does that. Papa John's doesn't serve fries, but if they had something they could do with that, I mean, all the ingredients.
In a perfect world, Lotus, are you juggling 2XKO, Avatar, Tokon, and Strive? No. I will never have the capacity to juggle 4 fighting games. At best, it'll be 2. But honestly, my perfect world is that Tokon is so good, I just wake up every day wanting to play that game, and that's just the main game I play. And sometimes I'll dabble in something else for fun. But in my perfect world, it's just Tokon. But I would gladly take a secondary game that I also really like being like in the rotation.
Just let people customize it the way they want to, and you got something. I like it better than the Papadilla idea personally. So that's my verdict on it. If you want to try it again, it's available nationwide today, which is the 30th of March. I'm gonna put this video out today more than likely, so there's no confusion. But
I think Tekken is on hiatus for me right now, man.
As always, man, we'll be back tomorrow. More content, man. Hand signs. They made it to YouTube. Now I gotta try to fish an onion out of the side over here.
The thing with Tekken 8 is that I would say from season 2 to season 3 just now, like overall season 3 did just make the game better, at least in some small ways, but like it's not that simple, right? Obviously we've already discussed this at length, especially in like the videos that I've posted to the channel already, but I genuinely feel disrespected, and right now I personally feel as though it would be foolish of me, and like I would just be kind of stupid to keep playing Tekken 8 when it feels like they're just straight up lying to us and just disrespecting us. You know what I'm saying? Like I genuinely feel disrespected. So like to me it would be like a nigga playing in your face and the next day y'all cool hee hee ha ha on stream. You know what I'm saying? Like nah, like that's not. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. I am not comfortable even like really playing. Like I gave it a shot. And just aside from all the usual frustrations that comes with Tekken, like I kept thinking about it and thinking about it and thinking about it. And it's just like, they got to show me some real change, man. Because like the straight up lying to our faces, like I just can't, like I can't do it. I want to love that game. I want to play that game. Things have been getting better, but for right now, I don't know. The game's on hiatus for me until further notice. Kunimitsu probably will not release until May at the earliest, and hopefully by then we've seen more change. I expect Kunimitsu to release sometime in May. Hopefully by then we've seen some change, because I do want to play that character, but we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Anyway, let's watch some of this gameplay from Max while I finish eating.
Sony and Arxis for making this possible. They just got a whole bunch of footage uploaded for the game from the latest build. We didn't get to record it ourselves based on our gameplay impressions, but they did. So, yeah. I'm going to start this on my end. Yeah, let's just check it out. This is just really high quality fighting footage of Tokon latest build. I just get to highlight some things that I saw and I played about what's changed about the game. It's good that Danger's in here because I haven't played a lot of her.
At the lead, Cybernetic Flyers.
He actually screams the name.
Corner with Magic.
I like the KOF 15 announcer.
Hellbound Brawlers. Let's see who's got
Hellbound Brawlers.
Heat's rising and sparks are about to fly.
Cybernetic Flyers versus Hellbound Brawlers. I like it. It reaches back to Marvel Superheroes versus Street Fighter.
So I know we kind of already touched on this when Penny Parker got revealed, right? After the reveal of Wolverine, Danger, and Magic, everybody speculated about who the remaining characters are going to be, right? And that's when you saw a huge uptick and a lot of uploads of people doing roster speculation videos, trying to figure out who's going to be on what team, how this whole thing's going to work, or whatever. And so a lot of people, myself included, like speculated, okay, like this person's going to be on this team, this person's going to be on that team, whatever. And we tried to use like logic about which teams or which characters would make the most sense to be on which team based on like canonic comic book lore. With the Penny Parker trailer, they kind of confirmed that, and like you kind of already could have said this, but you weren't really sure, but they confirmed without a shadow of a doubt with the Penny Parker trailer that these teams are not going to have that much to do with canon comic book lore in terms of like, you're not going to see specific, like, for example, right? There might be a team called Midnight Suns that you can create with characters in the game based on who gets added, but they're not going out of their way to add specifically a Midnight Suns teams. When you pick characters in the game, they will assign you a team name based on the characters that you have in there, right? So with that being said, what I'm getting at is that the remaining 8 characters don't necessarily have to be a theme team necessarily, if that makes sense. Like it doesn't have to be Ghost Rider and the Midnight Suns and then Doctor Doom and the League of Villains or whatever. It very well may be, but I'm just saying like the options like could be something way different. You know what I'm saying? Whereas before you would have probably approached it like, okay, it has to be something along the lines of this. It really could be whoever, and they just find a team name to apply to it based on who's in it, right? So like it could, I don't even have an example right now, but you get what I'm saying? Because they're just making up team names in game. And whenever you pick a team, it seems like every team you pick is going to have some sort of name that they're able to give you. Obviously, there's only going to be but so many different ones. So it might be like, okay, maybe all 4 of these characters don't fit this, but you have 3 characters that fit this team name, so we're going to apply this one to it. But yeah.
Sensors detecting rainbow energy fluctuations. Recommend Magic retires from the fight.
Oh, beep, boop, beep, boop. Point your sensors somewhere else, Danger. I don't take advice from robots. Or anyone.
Brace yourself. Round 1. Fight!
Damn, we're gonna have to add our own audio. All right, let's take a look. So yeah, when Danger holds down the teleport button, she ports behind you.
Got this.
Wolverine's goofy projectile assist, it's mega slow. Chat, already the game looks way more interesting.
I agree. It was good, Masa.
Hold on a second. I have to enhance this. I have to enhance this. Hold up, hold up, hold up.
The name is based on the first and last person on the team, always. So if you have Penny on a team and Doom is at the end of it, it will always be Sugoi Exiles. Oh, okay, that's an interesting system. Got it, got it. How'd you figure that out? You just look at like the team names that we've seen so far and you came to that conclusion, or did they confirm that somewhere?
I can fix.
Also, was good, Hub.
I can fix.
Camcorder footage from Korea. Gotcha.
Hold up. I fix. Star-Lord theme, goated theme. Wow, look at this combo! Holy shit! Star-Lord theme, goated theme. Wow, look at this combo! Holy shit!
That was pretty sick.
What the hell was that? That crossover is too good still. You gotta get the counter. Yeah, Danger's so weird to use. What the hell? Did that teleport behind?
This game looks so much cooler than before.
Huh. Did that teleport behind?
Ready to deploy.
Okay. Yeah, this stuff was tough to use. Whoa, she almost converted off that?
With his what, Masa?
I wonder if you can get an assist after. Is tag still weird? So tag changed to being an entirely different button. No matter what, there's no option anymore. You have to press a dedicated tag button, so the game is officially a 6-button fighter now. Officially. We could play it with 5 buttons before, not anymore.
Danger looks fun to fight. I think you and I got very different definitions of fun.
Jesus. The Torrid portals stay out till you use them. They stayed out for quite a while.
Oh, that was definitely sarcasm. Gotcha. I'm about to say, that should look anything but fun to deal with.
This might be good because you have to protect them, but it blasts through other projectiles, which is really good. What song is this? This is Star-Lord's theme, dude. Star-Lord's theme from Tokon.
I do not remember this song being this good.
Yep, Morrigan mix-ups. Cool. Okay. Wow. Wow. All right. She like she's doesn't
It
have,
rarely
like,
played
the
in the beta. Yeah, I don't remember a banger like this.
Very similar. Yeah, I know. I love this song. Like, this is fighting game music, bro. Wow, Wolverine not doing the generic? Is he doing the lariat? No, it was the lariat. So yeah, even still doing the old, like the old basic air combo, was still doing really good damage. I do hope that there is a bit incentivization with like the, the current like stylish system. Oh wow, she went into big double trigger mode. I do hope this new stylish system like
double
really
trigger
rewards you for getting crazy combos. Nice! Look, it's so sick, dude. We actually get normal assists now. It just changes the dynamic of the entire game when it isn't the exact same thing happening every time, dude. The pressure looks very similar to Dragon Ball FighterZ. I'm telling you, the neutral of the game now plays like Dragon Ball FighterZ without big whipping auto combos and no super dash. That's what it reminded me of.
Imagine DBFZ where you can't whiff auto combos. Granted, there was something beautiful about auto combos in DBFZ just in terms of like, you could whiff auto combos in ways that look cool in certain combos, you know what I mean? In order to like do certain shit. Like, auto combos coming out on whiff were oftentimes annoying and frustrating, but there was some cool shit that you could do because that was a thing in the game. Yeah, like Trunks' auto combo, right? Like if that auto combo didn't come out on whiff, like his B&B would be completely different. You know what I mean? Because then you couldn't do the slash into the flip into the, you know what I mean? I don't even know what his B&Bs are like these days, but like you would lose one of his B&Bs, you know what I mean?
As an Eno dash, and by Eno dash, you mean a Morrigan dash.
Did Morgan have that shit before Eno?
I think the goal of this first video is that they don't change characters too much to show that, yes, you can still play it like a 1v1 game. Absolutely. Wonder if the other footage has even more stuff.
When did Eno get the dash?
Cool,
when did Eno first show? I actually don't even know. What was the first Guilty Gear game Eno was in?
I don't know, man. If it's just me, even seeing the game like in a 1v1 style without a lot of tagging, this already looks so much more interesting.
Gotcha. Y'all like the air movement in this game?
It already looks way more interesting.
So here's the thing, like the air movement is okay, but it's not Dragon Ball, you know? So, like DBFZ is the gold standard for me for air movement, and no other game has lived up to that. So.
I think it also helps that there's two new characters, right? We're not seeing the exact same stuff. Yeah. Like your approach and your neutral and how you approach is so much different now that you can use different assists. What in the hell? Damn! God damn! Let's see. That was the end of that one.
Darkstalkers was the first fighting game with an air dash. Today I learned. I might have heard that before, but I definitely didn't know that. You know what I mean? Like if you would have asked me, I don't think I ever would have got there.
I looked a bit into Danger in the comics. She is not like this. She is very angry. Like she's a they did the polar opposite of what
they
Danger
Kawaii-fied her a lot for the game. I heard.
They made her like the cute robot girl instead of being extremely pissed off robot chick. Hold on a second.
Let me set up something. Hold on.
Here's Storm.
So yeah, already the neutral looks a lot more interesting. Just like characters engaging with each other and doing things just looks not as canned.
In the opposite corner,
Ooh, Wolverine stuff.
the leader.
I do hope one of these, they gave us a little bit of footage to work with. I hope one of them focuses on like tagging and stuff. Wild Exiles.
Tensions are on the rise. Who knows what could go down in this battle?
Let me set it up, chat.
Long last, the bell's just about to ring.
To fight such
Wow,
a friend,
Stormless looks better.
always a great tragedy.
Got to admit, Aurora, I've fought most of my friends.
Brace yourself. Round one.
And
My
what a
team?
woman.
It legit is. Dude, player 2 is actually using the team that I used the whole time.
Nothing can kill me. What's wrong?
Lightning helps on the way.
There was the air to ground assist. You just got to see it. The weirdest part is that you can't use it in combos right now. I don't know. That might change. Wow, dude, jumping. Oh, wow. So much better.
So I'm feeling like the 4 characters that interest me so far that I could see myself putting together on a team, just not thinking about synergy or anything like that, is probably like Wolverine, Storm, Magic, and Spider-Man.
Yeah, Wolverine was.
Or you could
very
maybe
fun.
swap one of them out for
What
Star-Lord,
the
I
hell was
guess.
that?
But
What was that counter? Did he have armor? Okay. Did you use directional assist instead of the generic tackle during combos? All the time. The generic tackle was still very good. I think the generic tackle also like brought the meter down even more than the traditional assist did, which I think is kind of backwards.
hope they
I think
give
the generic
Star-Lord a
tackle
cool
should
skin.
not give you,
Yeah, well,
like,
we know we
combo
getting
range
alternate
return.
skins and stuff in this game, so
Using
here's
your
hoping.
normal assist should. The generic tackle is easy
That
to
was
do.
sick.
Like that Spider-Man, he used the shot assist, right?
I wouldn't say I'm super interested in those 4. Those are just like probably my top 4 picks out of what we have so far. I'm really hoping for
Rounds will still
a
be
home
pretty
run
long,
for me somewhere in
right?
this final 8 characters.
There are very specific moves that cause wall break now. Yes, not just supers. Throws do. Assemble auto combo does. The square auto combo.
I don't like that
does.
throws break the wall. By
Certain
the way,
specials do as well. Cool. Wow, what the hell is that? Does he have like a command overhead?
Swiss cheese. Goose. Oh, air to air confirms. The re-jumps. Hold up. That reminds me of a game I once played before.
Is there any incentive to tag out? Right now, not directly. Still.
Yeah, so that's still the one thing is that like I do feel like the biggest incentive for tagging in any versus game is always recovering HP. But with your character still sharing a single health bar, the biggest incentive for tagging still feels like it is omitted from this game. Now obviously the tagging and everything is a lot smoother and faster and better. I still wonder like what, for lack of a better word and just sounding redundant, incentive you have other than I guess like combos or mix-ups.
No.
I can go anytime,
Round 3.
Yeah, combos got longer. They were short before. Like you really had to
To get a
out
better
ways to
matchup.
extend
I mean,
stuff.
potentially. I don't know how
Some
much
characters really
matchups will
could.
play a factor in a game like this,
And it's because when you're in the air, you're allowed more hits in the air.
but we'll see. That Daredevil, Blade, or Nightcrawler, they can have my money. I feel you on that one. Those are 3 picks that I would love to see as well.
Is tagging better than the first time? Tagging, since it was given a unique button, is better because it's easier to do. If we mean like functionally better, it is a bit more functionally better because since you can freely assist way more than you could before with the assists you want, yeah, your tag opportunities are like exponentially higher.
from the sky.
Yeah, happy birthdays are kind of hard. Yeah, they're not super long.
Help
The gray health change is interesting because it's like, I don't know exactly how it works, but there is gray health now, you know? I don't know exactly what's causing it, but you see how it's recovering on Storm right now? Just naturally.
Notice Tokon has
back.
smooth, non-stepped animation, unlike Ark's other games. It allows them to make the models and rigs in such a way that the skins are more feasible because of retargeting. So what was preventing them in doing that in their original IPs compared to one like this?
Jesus. Yeah, Wolverine turns into Blanca in his level 3.
I swear, no hard feelings.
That shit's so tough. It's a stylistic decision.
Dude, Wolverine's muscles were breathing. I gotta go back. Bro, they have a Capcom nod. Wolverine's muscles are breathing. Like his arms and his legs are like expanding like it's Cyclops. Dude, his legs are breathing. Holy shit.
They were expanding and contracting.
His literal whole body is taking in oxygen. That's an old weird Capcom reference from X-Men Children of the Atom. It's kind of neat. Cable and Cyclops and Wolverine had the same shit in the old games.
Damn, so it looks like that shit has like a, is that his JH?
Cable and Cyclops.
Yeah, so that looks like his JH. It looks like that's going to be a great move to throw out neutral and use in air-to-air situations. It looks like it has a lot of hits on it. It's super easy to like re-jump and confirm off that. I like that. I like that a lot.
Cable and Cyclops and Wolverine had the same shit in the old games. Whoa. Yeah, that's right. He's got that move.
Yeah, I got you, Ryan. Or fan. Sorry.
Okay. Nice. Full wall slump. Damn, there's a big ass combo.
It makes me think of like with photography, using JPEGs compared to RAW files, where with a RAW file you can manipulate the image a lot more just because you have more data to work with that the camera's capture. Whereas with a JPEG, it's a compressed file, and so you can't manipulate it as much. I know it's like not one-to-one, but that's what it makes me think of.
Air dashes are quick. I feel like they're faster. That's Steve Bloom as Wolverine, yeah. Any DHC supers? You can, yeah. I think it worked the same as before.
The next shall be the last.
Final round. Be grateful to
Damn, dude, look at this pressure because of how many assists you have. Like actual unique pressure now. Actual unique pressure because we get legit assists.
I swear, no hard feelings.
Cool. At that point, you want to switch into Ghost Rider and do some lingering thing with Wolverine and switch to Ghost Rider. Sandwich.
They got you, fam. I mean, yeah, they've had like you said, it's a stylistic choice, right? And like, there's a certain style of animation that I feel is synonymous with Arc System Works and that I think of. So that makes sense. Helping create an identity.
How does Magic play? She might be my favorite character in the game right now to play as. Dude, that entire combo was not using the generic lariat assists. They were using the normal assists.
Stage transitions are still too obnoxious. Yeah, like I said, I could do without them entirely personally, but you know, so many other aspects of the game look improved.
Unique dialogue on victory. Cool.
winner, player one.
I do hope that one of the other ones does have a bit of tagging. Hold on a second. Let's check out the next one.
Now for today's main event. Here's Storm.
Yeah, I don't like throw causing wall break. You think Tokon is saving us? This might be the one. I think this could be the one for me at the very least. I really do think this could be the next big thing.
Oh, is this the same one? Hold on a second.
Wolverine.
Wolverine. Hold on a second. 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 No, I think it's different. They are the same teams. Hold on a second. Let me see if I screwed up. There's 3.
Wolverine is short as fuck. Yeah, this game releases in August, right?
No, they are. Okay. Hold on. Let me go back.
Now for today's main event. In the
All right, here we go.
Logan.
Yeah, different stage.
The planet rests on this. I will not hold back.
Let's reload it for 7 days.
Love the Iron Man music.
Chat, if I do grab that kill screen controller,
Like a command overhead.
I think I should opt for
That's good.
the fucking TR thumbsticks or keep it stock.
Wolverine
I believe that they probably are better than regular ones. My only concern is just how do they feel, like literally physically, how do they feel, and do they travel as much as standard DualSense ones?
What's the red R on Wolverine? So when he does his unique and he collides with it,
I guess
he gets a buff
well,
in
actually,
the end. The buff in the end gives.
sorry, I know this is like an aside. I guess they would have to be the same, right? Because if they were different, they'd have to be the same in order to fit them the fucking actual hardware of the controller, right? It would have to be the same. So actually, that just shouldn't be a concern.
Him like 4 different routes with a Rekka when you use the unique again.
That sounds dope as fuck, man.
I think the biggest difference is that more things can happen now. You know? Like, when we were playing Tokon before, only so much could happen. Like, your ability to manipulate
the game
and
felt very
interpret
limited before.
the situation from, like, moment to moment, there was only so much you could do. And you had to, like, circumvent the game
It seems like,
systems in order
excuse
to
me, it seems like you have so
call,
much more
assists
freedom
in
now.
the correct way. It just felt very weird, you know? So now it feels like you have to improvise and use your assists in creative, weird, and different ways to open the person up. And dude, we're not even seeing any tagging. Like, this gameplay already looks good, and it's like a 1v1 game still. And I'm telling you, by the time like I was playing and finishing at the end of like a 3-hour session, we were tagging like crazy. Because tag was setting up for a lot more opportunities to do cool stuff. So the fact that this already looks good and we're still focusing on 1v1, you know? Look at that air to ground assist. I love them, dude. They look sick. I want to be able to do them in combo, but you can't right now.
Some ankles for that boy.
Wolverine's weird ass like projectile. Yeah, the medium one is a downward angled projectile. The game feels faster too. I don't know what it is, but it just feels faster. You couldn't combo to assist on the ground. Before, you couldn't even use anything but the generic assist on the ground if you were hitting the opponent. It was brutal. Yeah. So after you do that, the knockdown from the Rekka, you can call a generic assist or like one of your regular assists, and it can pick up. So you can get the buff mid combo with Wolverine.
I was just about to question that out loud.
Like, he's crazy.
Death being sold more on Tokon as we get closer to release, same.
Seeing Wolverine air dashing around, dude, it looks like I'm playing Marvel 3 at E3 2010. That was when Chris Redfield and Wolverine were air dashing. It was like, what? Ah. Yeah, everybody's going to be playing Wolverine. It's going to be like a Capcom game in the 90s. Wolverine will literally be on everybody's team, dude. Yeah, that was back when Marvel 3 had Universal Air Dash from TVC. Yep.
That Wolverine JH looks obnoxious. Hey, fully expect to see me flailing around the screen throwing out JH, bruh.
Is this a BGM from the game? Yes, this is Iron Man.
That shit looks like a great button.
Oh, this is Tokon music. Nice. So you can cancel.
I couldn't tell you if that ground bounced before or not. I really don't remember.
Unique. Cool. Dude, imagine that. You can do anti-air assist with Spider-Man, tag into him after. He's gonna like do web zip up or some shit. Whoa, we actually saw a combo breakout. Damn, empty jump low with Wolverine's gonna be gross. He has a 2L. Look at this, I'm going back. Bro, Wolverine has a 2L. It's Jover. Look at that
Mix.
shit, dude. Oh my god. Look at that shit. Oh no. He's got a legit 2L. There we go. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Holy shit. He could have done more. Wow, he was doing more. That into level 3 would have been dope. I'm going back. I'm going back. Rekka. Assist. Corner conversion. Still bouncing. Could have gotten more hits. Dude, what were you at? Dude, he didn't even hit red yet. And if they used any other assist, he could have brought it down even more. Wow, was using quarter circle back as like mobility.
Never paid attention to the lyrics of the song, but like,
Play the Spider-Man theme.
the music itself is okay.
Music sync up again.
Sorry, excuse me, I'm getting kind of sleepy. I've not been getting much sleep lately.
Damn, Spider-Man works well with Storm. Holy shit. There we go. Nice, dude. This is the stuff. Nice. This is so cool.
Shit kind of sounds like a Guilty Gear song, I ain't gonna lie.
Damn! Oh, dude, more assists. You had more. You had more.
I swear, no hard feelings.
I'll save the Star-Lord theme for the next one. Do it again. Run it back, homie.
You just can't control Aurora.
That's cool that they have unique win quotes and intro quotes.
Yeah, that
depending
is
on the
really fire.
character. Yeah, this is legit the team I was playing. Like, every character on this team I enjoyed playing. Like, everyone. Where it was like, I did not mind. Like, you know how when we were playing the betas, like, you really didn't
I understand why they call Wolverine Rushdown now.
Like,
That initial look did not give that impression at all.
Like,
Yeah, no, like seeing the gameplay now, I'm much more sold on him than I was initially.
I'm cool with any of these dudes. Like, imagine when we actually have familiarity with 4 characters on a team, how wild that shit's gonna get. That shit's gonna get crazy. All right, one more.
Sensors detecting limbo energy fluctuations. Recommend magic retires from flight.
Yeah, Ash, that shit ain't happening, bro.
Last one.
Put your sensors
The logo is crazy. It will logo. Hey, the Pistons have been pretty legit even without Kate. Dennis Jenkins has stepped up a lot. He's been great for them.
Last one.
Bottom right loading screen. What, the Avengers logo? Or is that something else that I'm not recognizing? Is this significant in some way that I should know about? The Avengers logo mixed with Fantastic Four logo? Oh, you're right. I didn't even peep that. You think that's indicative of the Fantastic Four being in the game? Could they be amongst that final 8 characters?
See what happens in this one. Damn, dude. Crazy ass magic teleport stuff in neutral. Jesus. This causes permanent ground bounce now. No more it is like the weird, sometimes it ground bounces, sometimes it doesn't. No, not anymore. Chat, the other big change is that since every like beginning combo interaction isn't starting with the light combo, like auto combo, you know? You notice that? When the characters are like getting close and hitting each other, they're not only doing the one thing, you know? And I'm not kidding you, like 95% of previous Tokon matches, when characters got close to each other, you would see the one thing every single time. Every time. It was just like, so we were just watching the same thing happen over, and then the same combo over and over and over.
Magic looks like she's going to be fun. Yeah, she looks pretty cool. Danger looks like she's going to be a huge pain in the ass to deal with.
A ton of damage. Damn, she has a great level 1. Did the portal TP her projectile? It does, yes. See, that's what's neat about Wolverine's projectile. It breaks through others. I was like, this thing sucks. Actually, it might be good. Damn, she can TP out of pressure? Cool. Is she just Cloud? I mean, a little bit. With like limit break? I mean, a little bit. Whoa, what the hell?
That was sick.
Dude, there's a portal in front and she does super, she teleports behind you. Oh my portal in front and
that was sick as fuck.
There's a portal in front and she does super, she teleports behind you. Oh my god.
SGA just got hit with an offensive foul on a game winner. Ooh, shit.
Teleport on screen. Wow.
So the Pistons just win, or?
This is provided footage. We couldn't capture our own gameplay.
Overtime? Gotcha.
Damn, how many assists are on screen?
How does the game feel visually to people in terms of readability? It doesn't feel as cluttered to me as NDBFZ and Tekken. I mean, I feel like there could be times just because of the sheer number of characters that it's possible to have on screen at one moment. It can feel very cluttered and hard to follow. I think the game speed is pretty tame overall, so it's not super hard to follow. I think it's pretty clear and distinct. I think also Ram pointed out something before that I think might be intentional, where like the backgrounds of these stages like kind of washed out and muted. almost pastel in nature at times, right? And I think that's an intentional design choice to make sure the characters are standing out enough from the backgrounds, actually, in order to increase that visibility.
Not many huge changes on Doom. No, he felt mostly the same. I tried some of his like swaggy combos. They still work. So much pressure. Jesus, she's been in the corner forever. Damn. I love the way that special looks. The flame pillar. Wow! I want to see this combo. There we go. Is this game way better?
Yeah, that makes sense. Now that you mention it, I do feel like Guilty Gear does that as well. DBFZ really didn't, and I don't feel like Tekken does either, truth be told. But Tekken's 3D, so it's different.
It's way better.
But yeah.
I was legit having a great time playing it.
So there are definitely some stages where I'm like, hey man, I can't really see that well on this stage.
Yeah, all the footage is strictly like 1v1. I do hope that we get some stuff that shows off how much fun the tagging is now.
Yeah, 7 and 8 had it really bad. There are just some stages that I just did not like playing on just because it's hard to see.
Wow, dude, that Ghost Rider air-to-air assist, or sorry, air-to-ground. Wow. I think the air-to-ground assists are mad cool, dude. I want to see more of them. Holy shit, that didn't kill.
I thought that was gonna kill. Yeah, I'm just ran straight into that.
Magic has a DP, yeah. She has a fireball, a DP, a combo extender, a combo finisher.
So making that roster video, I don't think so, honestly. It does suck because the amount of time and effort I put into like plan it out, but it just kind of feels like it's not really worth it anymore. I don't know. I'm gonna say it's a maybe, but leaning toward probably not. Because I might wake up in the next few days and be like, you know what, bro, let's knock this shit out. But is Darkhawk on your list? I can't remember for sure. Hold on.
Holy shit.
Any particular reason why you ask?
Soul doesn't have an install. I realize that people are only familiar with Guilty Gear from Strive. Cool. Oh, yeah, you can combo into it. I'm like literally, dude, I want Dragon install combos. Yeah. I have to figure out some nutty thing. And this is the unique stuff.
Darkhawk actually was, yes, on my list as potential characters. Darkhawk was actually not just one of like from the pool of characters. Darkhawk actually was one of the characters I predicted. Why did he get confirmed or leaked or something?
All right.
I've been seeing him a lot from others, and I was wondering if your research led you there as well. Yeah, so Darkhawk ended up on the team, on Dr. Doom's team, in my prediction. You know what? Honestly, since I'm probably not going, I think that was the last gameplay video anyway.
I mean, what do I got? I'm glad that there's some footage to at least show it. Here's the thing, chat. I think the game's even cooler. I'm gonna be real. I think the game's even cooler than what they showed off here. Like, I think once you actually seeing the full breadth of tagging and rotating around and how many more opportunities there are to tag now, there's just way more because you get to call your assists whenever you want. There's no more limitations of like how.
I saw the Tokon leaks, but I don't know how clean the chat is trying to stay. I have not seen the leaks. I heard that there are leaks, but I have not heard who the characters actually were that got leaked.
To them with a specific tag button.
Talk about who's on your list right now. Hit the record button just in case. That's what I was gonna do.
Much less conversions, huge. Like now, there's a ton of stuff, you know. Anyway, big shout out to Sony and Arc System Works for hooking us up with some footage. Very fun. Is the tag